Hey there, folks. Excuse me. It's 5:10, 5:11, July 21st, 2022. I want to ask you something. Since this channel, all my channels are very much related to metaphysical events, abilities, reality, the solid physical dimension, third dimension, is a very small part of what creation is. What are metaphysical abilities? What is a metaphysical ability? What is it? How does it happen? Where does it come from? What's its origin? It's such a big question for so many people, folks. It's as simple as sitting in a chair. We're going to go there in just a minute. There's so much hype and hogwash running around everywhere, especially on the internet, about metaphysical stuff and how to use your pineal and how to grow money by putting a quarter in a plant and water the plant and your money grows. Putting a piece of citrine in your wallet, your money grows. There's all kinds of stuff that's put out there, and I'm not sorry. I was going to say I'm sorry, but I'm not. But it's all bunk. It's like stones. Stone energy, is it real? Is there such a thing? Well, for those people that are sensitive, they already know. There's only one answer. Oh, hell yes. What about you? Are you real? Oh, hell yes, you are. But what are you? What are you? Physical body? And then your body functions, your heart keeps pumping the blood so the body stays alive. Your brain keeps controlling everything so your body stays alive. Where's the extension cord attached to your body, and where does it plug in? Maybe it's a battery source. Where's your battery? Do you run on size C, size D batteries or something? What is it? It's been a big question for a long time, but it's the simplest thing in the world. When a baby is stillborn, the unfortunate mothers that have to go through that, when a baby's stillborn, what happened? God is punishing the lady or a man or, yeah, I got your God. Well, the thing that runs your body, it's easy to understand, and it's, if you want to call it proof, all the proof's right there too, to what I'm saying. Sooner or later, we all believe in things from the data that we collect. And believe it or not, the heart gets information, comes into the crown, into the brain, goes to the hypothalamus, goes down to the heart. The heart takes that information and it develops feelings on it, throws it back up to the hypothalamus, then it goes back down, it keeps getting worked up and down. This happens continuously. That's how you come up with new understandings. Knowledge is data, relative numerologically speaking to the number 8. And then when it's consumed by you through the heart and the hypothalamus, it becomes number 2, understanding. And then the greater your collection of understandings, the greater your number 9, wisdom. In numerology, some people say that 9 is the number of the elder. It is. That's the reason why, is because it represents wisdom, a collection of understandings, number 2, that were developed from your personal metaphysical self and physical through your physical body, and that's number 8. You can read a book, that's number 8, but then when you actually apply what you learned, say you want to build an engine, car engine, you read the books, study up, you have knowledge, you have data. and then you do it by hand, and you learn and you begin to understand, then through the heart and hypothalamus, then it's understanding. And the more things you learn how to do like that, that's your collection of wisdom. That's your wisdom collection of understandings. Okay, now I was talking about, what runs the body. You run your own body. Okay, now how's that possible? How do you understand that? You're not the body. That body's like a car you're driving around. The real you is a beautiful metaphysical being, spirit, sentient energy, and it takes a minimum of 5 fields of energy to coagulate together, to come together and create sentient life. That only ever has happened in the first dimension, which is closed off and frozen now. We have 4 more new beings waiting to come out. There was a 5th, but it needed to be destroyed. It was too aggressive, too negative. And what makes a person more negative? Their spirit. Heavy particulate matter that's found everywhere out there in creation. When the 5 forms of energy, sometimes more, coagulate together to create a sentient being, the more heavy particulate matter gets pulled into it, the more negative that person's going to be, the more destructive. And that's been stopped also in the first dimension. So anyway, it's hard for someone to say something and tell you about something you've never heard and for it to make too much sense. Well, if you listen to me long enough and you have an open mind, open heart, you'll start to figure it out for yourself. And that's where real understanding comes from. What you develop on your own from your heart and hypothalamus up and down constantly. One of the 5 fields of energy necessary to create sentient life is a form of electromagnetic energy. I have an old friend that just popped in. Haven't seen her in a long time. Anyway, Metaphysical, she's one of the elemental dragons. So anyway, there's all kinds of stuff going on that you're not aware of yet, but you're gonna find out. Anyway, back to the spirit. So this one of these 5 necessary energetic ingredients to create sentient life is a form of electromagnetic energy. It's not electricity, but it's very similar. It's like electricity is a form of it. So anyway, how do you know you're still alive when you go to the doctor? How are they checking things through your heart and everything? They read the electromagnetic pulse coming out of your body. And when that thing goes, it's a bum, what's going on? You're dead. The pulse is no longer there because you're literally coming out of your body. You're getting your freedom. Some people call it ascension. It's hard to understand this stuff sometimes when you've never been exposed to it, but after a while and over time, if you really care, if you really want to know, it's going to make sense. Your spirit guides and everything will tell you. Now, your physical body. How do people use metaphysical abilities? Why do they have them? Well, they have them because you are the battery that's inside that physical body to make it run. Goes up and down, just above your head, down below, just below your coccyx. Okay? It flows down through your legs and arms and everything, and your energy comes outward, but that's where the mainstream is. I call it a spirit core. Some people talk about Kundalini and everything else. Well, the Kundalini was the 2 different energies that were in your spirit core, that made your spirit core. One was you, the spirit, visiting spirit, usually located on the right side, and then the left side of the brain was the part of planetary essence that was in there with you. Well, none of you on this planet have it anymore. That ended in 2015. They're gone. Okay? No need to dwell on that any longer, but it just is. So there's just you inside going up and down. Excuse me, if you would. This body won't quit. It sure wants to, but it just won't. That's my problem. What I am, I'm from the beginning. I'm the strongest thing there is. There's no yay. I'm not breaking my arm, pat myself on the back. I'm no better than a stick in a mud pie. We're all equal. That was part of the problem with this first being that made creation, and that's a whole nother story. If you ever really want to get some information on what exists, book 1, 2, and 3 of the JS's Creation series, you can find it on Amazon. And where they have, so many sold and referenced on those books are all over the world. As a matter of fact, they're passed out of the world. Our friends ETs, they're real. Talk to them all the time. Met them in person a few times. So anyway, and they understand metaphysical because where they're born, they're born as soon as they're talking, they're starting to learn metaphysical is real, and they develop their energy, their abilities, using their energy. Now, these metaphysical abilities are literally something that's natural, a part of you, that you find the way to express from inside you to push a little bit of you out and utilize part of your body. The pineal is for multi-dimensional seeing. It's also for telepathy and other stuff, but it's really strong. It's not... Telepathy comes through the scanner. You won't hear about that unless you've talked to me, unless you've listened to me or people that have. The scanner's right here, where the head goes up and then goes back right in the middle there, that bulb. That's the scanner. That's where the scanner comes out, but it's wider than that. But it'll actually bulge up, and I've done it before, and it looks like when I really go to look hard, it's almost like a what do you call it? Billiard. A cue ball growing out of my forehead. You can actually watch it grow. I know I'm different. The FBI, they call me the freak. They have no idea. Anyway, so that's when you go to see something, you're taking your natural abilities. Don't ever talk to me about you having gifts. And you have a gift when someone gives you a car or a meal. Feelings of affection, consideration, whatever. That's a gift. Your metaphysical? No, that's your abilities. Okay, no one gave them to you. They're just yours. Okay, that's part of who you are. You owe no one anything for that. So anyway, those frequencies that you have that are used for telepathy, mostly multidimensional seeing and stuff, they go into the pineal. They go through the spirit core into the hypothalamus, through conduits, and to the pineal gland, and then from the pineal, right on the back part, right barely behind the spine, it goes forward, and it projects. Excuse me. It projects on a field, a shield inside your... on the inside of your skull. Okay, now, if you look right here, make sure we can see this, that's the scanner field right there, the orange. And then the blue one, that's the pineal field. Okay? And this, of course, is your brain, not on drugs. The pineal is back here and shoots forward this way. Now, the larynx is also pineal. So the pineal energy comes down here and helps you with affirmations to speak. Lapis lazuli, for azurite, really good for personal speaking and seeing, understanding. So the pineal field will start up here and then branches out like that. See if I have a picture of that here. See that big blue thing there? Whoops. That big blue thing? That's the pineal field, what it looks like in you. Sometimes it's a little more rounded up here. It doesn't matter. It's a pineal field. So, and then the others, as they go through the body, the heart, yada, yada, yada. I'm sorry, I'm not going to do a class right now. That takes too long. Something else I want to show you. This right here, these two lines and what's coming out here, this purple, that's your upper crown. This right here, the yellow, that's the middle crown. That's like a lens. The upper crown is like energy in and out, and it really vibrates and generates stronger energy. And then you have the lens here, which is like eye focusing lens. And then this little line over here is the lower crown, which continually acts with the hypothalamus right there. And it's like an energy storm. A lot of silver in it. For Pete's sake, celestite is a wonderful stone for it. And then this thing up here is actually way up here. It's like an umbrella, and it's a filter. And your energy coming out through it, while you're here in this body, your energy does come out here, but what comes out is just like a sleep. It's dormant. Otherwise, there'd be chaos everywhere all the time, which there is right now, but it's not because of that. When you're in, and the reason why what I just said, when you're in a body, if you look at this image, these they're all copyrighted, but I gave Deanna's very smart and very aware, but she's an architect, the graphic designer, artist, so she took this stuff together. This is the body, okay, and then there's the little filter. And then this balloon here, that's your spirit outside of the body. Okay, this is the third dimension here, that's the second dimension here, so you're all floating around asleep in the second dimension. Now, if this was to scale, for any of you that are strong, this right here, this balloon, would be 1,000 times bigger. 1,000, it'd be huge. So anyway, as the energy that's inside you, those parts of you the part of you that's trapped inside that body, and all of you in a body is trapped. And you're looking for a way to use it, to see, to communicate, to come out, to get some free time. That's why when you sleep, almost everybody astral projects outward. But through the pineal, you get a lot of vision, and it's multidimensional. Through the scanner, where it comes out, you get stuff that's more on this dimension, one above, one below. You don't go multiple dimensions. Now, when I do crank-ups, I blend the scanner and the pineal energies together. It's not fusing them, but it's kind of fusion. You think of it as something hard, glued together. It's not. I do something similar, but it's loose and moving, and I blend the two energies together, and that helps the pineal see better in this dimension. But it helps the scanner get information from many more dimensions, at least 5 up and 5 down, 6 up, 6 down. So it really helps your seeing. Those consultations, I got to put out a video on them in a minute. There's 3 of them, but in the more expensive one, the ICUC, Intensive Crank-Up Consultation, I go in you and I put some of my source energy, put it in you. Not my spirit, there's no intelligence to it, there's energy, okay? Excuse me. Anyway, I want you to understand things and learn for yourself. If I can help you with a consultation, I'd be happy to do that. You just get a hold of Deanna at thespiritualfoundation.com. You'll see. I'll put that video up next. So anyway, so through the pineal's made for those frequencies to escape through it, and then plus modify them a little bit to help you if it's not damaged, to be able to see multidimensionally. The scanner Same thing, but mostly for the first dimension. For this dimension we're in, not the first. You'll never see the first dimension. You can't find it. You're not allowed. Sorry. Anyway, so you can see all over this third dimension, a little bit above, a little bit below. Now, the pituitary gland helps all the different organs in the brain work together. It's got a field that kind of pulses like this. I'm doing it like right to left, but it's three-dimensional. It's like a water fountain, Some people call it a vortex. The word vortex is so overused, I don't use it much, even when it fits, just, because it starts taking people away in thoughts of magic. No, there's no such thing as magic. There's only those things we don't understand yet. So anyway, now the heart's incredible. I'm going to come back to the heart in a minute. The solar plexus is very strong, very powerful by itself as a singular power point in your body, a power focal point. It's the strongest one. Now, it gives you like an understanding, a feeling of a on or off, like a yes or no, but it's got a built-in rheostat, so then it'll slide a little bit up, kind of, no, definitely down hard. That's how it works, okay? Now, the heart is an incredible thing. Okay, I got to back up a little bit here. It's going forward, but for the heart focal point, the average person, about 1/8 of this energy glowing inside your body and the heart, about 1/8 of it goes inside the spirit core, going up and down. Your solar plexus is 90% or more buried inside the spirit core, which is one reason why it makes it so powerful. And then the pineal is outside of it, so it still catches a loose energy going around, but it doesn't have that. It's in a slow moving pond, and just it's like your feet are in a slow moving pond, whereas with the heart, it's more like a river that's moving at a decent pace, and then the solar plexus is you're buried up to your neck in rapids. That's your energy going up and down. Anyway, so the heart the solar plexus is mostly the yellow energy. Pineal is mostly blue, deeper blue, kind of mild blue. Now the heart works with everything all over the place. It pulls energy out of your spirit core. It gets information and works with the pineal, the solar plexus, the sacral, and what they call the base chakra. I call them energy fields. It puts it all together, and that's why the heart comes out with light blue. That's hope. It comes out with ruby red, purple red, which is strong heart in a relaxed condition. It comes out with red, which is love. It comes out with pink, which is compassion. It comes out with a dark green. That's spiritual healing. I'm sorry, the dark green is physical healing, for healing your body, helping your body heal itself. And then there's also light green, which is spiritual healing of the spirit. And then you have all the different shades in between. And each one of those colors, auras that I'm talking about, they're auric expressions of frequencies. All different frequencies put out their own particular auric expression or color. A lot of information about that in book 3 of the Creation series. If you really want to know what's going on, buy book 1, then book 2, then book 3 of the Creation series I wrote for you. If you want to get a lot of information about stones, what they really do, not this baloney that the people in the store tell you, connection with the celestial beings, yeah, whatever. Actually, you don't want that. It's chaos over there right now. There is no fluffy puffy God, and the male and female part of it are dead since May 23rd of 2013. So, but it'll tell you what you use for what. Your heart really hurts, get some rhodonite. Get some good quality rhodonite, very strong. Excuse me, it keeps your emotions flowing, but at the same time, it gives you strength. If someone's having, broke up, a love affair or whatever, and you give them a piece of rose quartz, like most books say, oh man, that's going to make them flow. Back up, because those tears are coming, the dam's opening up. If it's just a mild thing and they're frustrated about a relationship, sometimes that'll help. Everything has its, place and its value. So the frequencies of the heart, man, there are many. And these are the different ways that your abilities, your natural metaphysical abilities, come through the body. They go through these organs, and then they have a way to escape for you to utilize them to see. That's metaphysical. It's energetic. Anything metaphysical is non-solid, and I'm telling you, it's energetic. They're frequencies. I see all of them, Every one of you, every single being that exists, I was there when you were released by the original first being, male and female. I was there when you were born. That's why lots of times, most of the time, when I have consultations, I know you. I said, yeah. I call myself the janitor, a lot. My job is to keep the building fixed, running good, and clean for you. Empty a waste paper basket, tidy stuff up for you, so you can have a life. That's all I want to do. That's all I want. That and protect. I'm big on protection. I'm something else. I was made to protect, and I do that very, very well. But I need to get out of this body, and once I'm out of this body now and stay out, I'll never come back in. My job is outside, taking care of everything. But anyway, that's metaphysical. It's literally, metaphysical abilities are literally parts of you, your true self, which is metaphysical, energy being, spirit, sentient energy, that's moving through a physical body with everything it can, trying to get out and do more than what it can do physically. And it's natural. What do you call it? It's intuition. It's intuition. Can you go to the store and get a 6-pound intuition ball or something? No, you don't. What shape does it come in? It's energy. It doesn't have shape. You have solid mass, you have liquid, and then you have smoke, that kind of thing, and then past that you have energy. So, where does it come from? You. How? Because it's you inside the body coming out to get more done so you can have a better life and you can understand. Plus, because you just want to see. Because that's the natural you, not this body. That body is a vehicle you welded in. Windows shut and everything. You can't get out until the damn thing dies. Why? Because that's the simple law of metaphysics. It's who you are. Why does it exist? Because it does. It is what is. It's the base foundation for everything in creation. Is metaphysics, metaphysical energy. And none of you have been given gifts. None of you were sinners. All that stuff is a bunch of crap. Just like everything the media feeds you, governments, it's all about to get smashed. Anyway, so I hope that answers some questions about the who, what, why, where, when, whatever. Those people that have had a hard time expressing their natural selves through the pineal, all the other outlets that the body has, they're the people I want to help. And when I go into you with energy, I change the way you're set up and I push you through. And you become a lot stronger because you get source put in there. You don't need to get cranked up or anything, but it's just as soon as you understand who you are, and what's going on, your ability is going to start waking up nice and slowly on their own. I've got a ramrod crash course, but you don't need it. You don't need it. The first thing is to understand who you are. There's so many of you at night sleeping, relaxing, when you can finally get out because your solid mass relaxes and you're still attached to the body, but you come out through the crown, and usually the crown, sometimes through the pineal, depends on where your core energy, where your energy orientation is, your core power orientation, where the energy from your core comes out faster through the pineal, through the heart, or through the solar plexus. Those are the three main power points. But you just want to come out. But so many of you actually coming out, you're going to starships, hanging around. It's like sometimes they consider you a nuisance. They have scanners. They can see it, everyone out of body. I'll do a video about that some other time, but let's finish up with this one, folks. I love you. I hope that begins to help you, or I hope that helps you begin on your journey of finding yourself, who you really are. If y'all could see how awesome and incredible, strong, beautiful, intelligent you are as your normal selves, you would never want to be in a body again, and you'd want to be the hell out of the body you're in now. So it doesn't mean go hurt yourself. Please don't do that. Everything's already taken care of. Depending on when I get out of this body, without lying, I can say within a max of 20 years, closer to 10, all these physical bodies, they're going to be gone. You're going to go home, and when you do get home out of the body, your body just disappeared, then you're home, no pain, no nothing, and you are going to love it. Why? Because when we're put in these bodies, we're trapped in a closet after we're tied with duct tape and wrapped with garden hoses and chains and whatever. I mean, it's freedom. You know, there's no pain, there's no suffering, there's no food, there's no bills to pay. You don't sleep, you just exist. And you pursue whatever you want to pursue. You will now, because the original ones are gone. And all the other heavy hitters. Anyway, sometimes I say it 3 times trying to finish, but folks, love you. Take care. And like I said earlier, I hope this helps. Okay? Take care.